With this word, I would like now request Mr. Samir Gupta, CMD of the Jackson Group, to walk us through the presentation on AatmaNirbhar Bharat, making India as a global manufacturing hub for the renewable energy space. Over to you, Samir. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Thanks.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tulsi Bhai, for setting the context. A very warm welcome to Mr. Indu Shekhar Chaturvedi, Secretary MNRE, and of course all the participants on the dais as well as sitting right there. I think themes of today's conference is very apt. India at the rate 2030, a roadmap for AatmaNirbhar Bharat, renewable energy. And this is of course in line with Prime Minister's vision of Make in India. I have few slides to present which will just fortify what Tulsi Bhai just said. Of course, nations all over the world are pursuing renewable energy and India is no exception. And there are three triggers why this is happening, why this behavior all over the world. One is of course climate change mitigation, energy security is the second one, and net zero targets which everybody is gunning for. During the COP26 conference which was held in Glasgow, last November, our Honorable Prime Minister, I think, made a very significant commitment to the world on behalf of the country. And India is committed to achieve three objectives. Cut down emission by 1 billion tons by 2030, target 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030, and make India net zero by 2070, what Tulsi Bhai was also mentioning. And this, by the way, brings huge responsibility and accountability on all of us, be it government, industries, societies, or we individuals. Needless to say that we are all committed to the cause. As you can see on this slide, share of renewable energy has been increasing consistently. And with every passing year, not only India, but across the world, there is focus on renewable energy. Renewables globally is set to overtake coal and end domination of fossil fuels by 2025. And like again, Tulsi Bhai mentioned about it, only about 30% countries had a decarbonization horizon just up till 2015. And within 5 years, or he was mentioning 2 years, 2 to 5 years, there is the major shift. Now it is 90% plus. Of course, coronavirus has accelerated the trend as renewables are immune to COVID. Evidently, renewables is the only sustainable solution, only the long-term way to go. This is about installed power capacity. In India, as of March 2022, renewables had about 39% share out of India's total installed power capacity. And as you can see, solar has the dominant share of 13.2%, followed by wind, which is about 10.2%, 10.1%, and then we have the other sources. Biomass is at 2.6%, and this too has huge potential which is untapped for now. Energy storage and hydrogen projects, they are going to be future, as rightly said, but they are yet to make a visible impact. Over the next 5 to 10 years, that's going to be a huge opportunity. Moving on, this AatmaNirbhar Bharat initiative, we have been all hearing about it all over the world. We are aware that most of the components that were required or even today are required for putting up renewable power plants are being imported, and that too primarily from China. COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted supply chains globally. Countries across the world have reworked on long-term supply chain strategies. In India, Honorable Prime Minister launched AatmaNirbhar Bharat initiative with a very clear objective to make our country self-reliant and ideally free from all imports. Manufacturing has renewed focus ever since this mission was launched. I think there is very clear realization that this is time to unleash manufacturing potential of our country. And I'm confident that India will cater not only to our domestic demand, but will play a dominant role in global supply chain as well. This is about AatmaNirbhar Bharat's role as far as renewable equipment is concerned. Of course, we are aware of many incentives and innovative schemes like PLI, etc., which have been announced by the government. Many states have also come up with added incentives to promote manufacturing in India. Within next 2 to 3 years, these initiatives which have been taken by central government and state governments are expected to take India's module manufacturing capacity to 59 gigawatt, cell manufacturing capacity to 20 gigawatt plus, and storage manufacturing capacity to 50 gigawatt hours. And that's phenomenal. With these capacities coming in, India would be second to none, and we are well poised to become a global manufacturing hub. The next 2 slides talks about the challenges and the limitations we have. One sec. Yeah, these 2 slides talk about the challenges we are facing as an industry. There are limitations, there are challenges, be it economies of scale, land acquisition, lack of R&D, price sensitivity, quality issues, lack of rare earth metal deposits in this country, feedstock availability, cost of finance, policy measures, etc. There are a host of issues, and as you can see on both the slides, it covers right from solar to wind to storage to hydrogen and to liquid fuel. However, every challenge comes with an opportunity, and having realized this, enough work is being done to address these issues. To my mind, these are teething issues for which there will be a solution sooner than later. Both government and industry are committed to work in collaborative mode to sort out these issues. Evidently, there is every intent to overcome these challenges and unleash our potential. Needless to say that role of government will be instrumental in making the dream come true. This is the last slide, which has some thoughts which are being shared, which can help us unleash and cross the hurdles which are being faced by the industry. And these are around financing, R&D incentives, policies, etc. I'm not reading out the points. All I can say is that these actions can help us fast track manufacturing ecosystem of renewable components in this country. We do realize that we don't take green energy seriously and cling to polluting energy, we will be left behind. Once we master clean technology and export green energy, we will reap the long-term benefits of socio-economic development. To sum up, I would say that there is clearly a silent movement towards the mammoth goal. Perhaps both pace and scale of this transition needs to increase. And with the proactive approach of the government, what once looked impossible is now appearing to be inevitable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samir, for setting such a wonderful agenda for the whole country.